Check it out. This guy has been in the Smackoff. This guy has hosted this show. This guy has hosted his own shows. Actor, producer, comedian, talk show host, slam man, Jay Mohr. JJ, what's up?
Jim, I am so fired up. Hey, clones, your calls should not be longer than Tony LaRussa saying the alphabet, okay? Let's get a little clock going on this, like an old MC battle. I enjoyed watching the NFL draft last night, Jim, or as I like to call it, the perp walk. It's nice to see these guys holding their jerseys up, practicing for 5 years down the road when they're going to be holding up their prison photos. The Broncos, are you guys kidding me? You draft Tim Tebow? Okie dokie. The reason for this pick is about as clear as Roger Mayweather's brain. Mile high for Tim Tebow, I guess, is perfect because he can play closer to God. And Tim Tebow's message will come through loud and clear in Denver when halfway through the season, the entire freaking city is praying for a trade. It's a good draft strategy by the Broncos. Make sure you have the first pick in next year's draft. Hey, Ben Roethlisberger has 2 Super Bowl rings, and he allegedly has to force himself on women. Whatever happened to walking into a bar in Pittsburgh and saying, "Hi, I'm Ben Roethlisberger"? Yeah, if Ben Roethlisberger's having a hard time, that doesn't bode well for Brad and Corona, who sprays shoes at the bowling alley. That doesn't give him a lot of hope. And Ben Roethlisberger, nice haircut. You sit in the barber chair and say, "Hi, could you give me the sexual predator, please?" Tiger Woods was spotted at a Nickelback concert in Orlando this week, Jim. Yeah, fans will forgive you for cheating on your wife with every 5 and 6 in America, but seeing your heroes at a Nickelback concert is something we will never, ever get over. And I'm sure Elon was thrilled about it because nothing will cause impotence faster than a Nickelback concert. Just ask Dan in D.C. He's been to about 50 of them. What's going on with our athletes, Jim? Joe DiMaggio had Marilyn Monroe, Joe Namath, Angie Dickinson, Tiger Woods, Perkins waitress. We're not evolving anymore as athletes. Let's get on the ball here. Hey, Eagles fan, way to go. Have fun being 4-12 for the next decade. You finally succeeding in running the most popular guy out of town since Ben Franklin. You better hope Roy Halladay can throw a spiral. And congratulations to the Seattle Mariners for their huge off-season acquisition, Milton Bradley. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let Milton Bradley loose around a whole lot of coffee. Dodger fan, no one is more committed to sending James Loney to the White Sox or Angels more than the Dodgers bullpen. What the hell happened to all the pitchers these days, Jim? If the Mets and Dodgers bullpen were any more shallow, they'd be married to Hank Baskett. It seems to be the new way to extend a sports career. Marry someone on air at E. I can't wait next year when Matt Leinart marries Joel McHale. And next year at the NFL Combine, instead of the long jump, players are going to participate in the Kardashian. Speaking of zeros, hey, Vinnie Mac, nice takes. Do you have a stutter or is that a beatbox? Because if it's a beatbox, you're fantastic. If it's a stutter, why did you ever call back? Stop calling. The whole point of the show is to talk, and you can't. Go back to your job as Bowser in a Sha Na Na cover band. And Vic in NoCal. Oh, Vic, you are to sports radio what Herman Melville is to sports radio. Clones, Herman Melville is an author who wrote as much as Trapper Rambles. He wrote about a whale. And speaking of whales, Vic, you got fat. What did you have, 3 callbacks for Precious? Vic, you got enormous. You could put your hands in your pockets when you're naked. Update the Facebook photos, but don't show people that gut, Vic. It's embarrassing. Vic is short for Victor. It's Latin for conqueror. And the only thing you're conquering is your AT&T friends and family plan, because all you do is call a radio show and talk about me, a show that I don't host, a show that when I do host you call, a show that when I don't host you call. You're a stalker. You're a weirdo. Your name is Victor. Like Victor Kayam of the Remington Shaver without the nicks and cuts of a blade. Nice names, Vic, Gino, Vinnie Mac, Dan in D.C. Is this the Jungle or the cast of the Jersey Shore? Speaking of Snooki, how is Jason Stewart? I think what I'm supposed to say is I'm out. My call was brought to you by the Houston Improv.
Jay Mohr. JJ, one of your best efforts ever. That was a great call. That may have been Jay's best smack-off effort ever. Love that call. Great sports takes, great clone takes, good timing, good length. Excellent, excellent call. We've got some Mo now, don't we? Got some Mo now. The big dogs are out. The players are out. The bar has been set high. You know it's good. Where are you going to slot that? Is that better than Trapper? Is that better than Dan in D.C.? Which call do you like best so far? 3 of the big dogs out with some serious lumber. So far, so great. All right, Smackoff 2010. You've got Jay Mohr. He's done.